felt like a win all the way, right?
How's JJ?
I think he's going to be okay tomorrow. He was fine yesterday and had nothing. He's back. He came in today, stiff back, and then as the morning went on, he felt fine, went out and took ground balls and some light swings, and thought he was going to be okay. It just got a little, didn't get any worse, he said, but I tell you, that last trot down the first baseline and go into second, I didn't like it. He wanted to stay in the game, but we got a long turnaround finally between now and tomorrow. He said it was the beds in Miami. He's got his own real firm bed. He's had some issues with that. And you would think we'd be able to, maybe we need to travel with a harder bed.
I mean, at this point, you envision him being in the lineup tomorrow if all things?
I'd say more likely than not.
How concerned, just simply because he's had back issues in the past, he's had the tightness and.
Well, we knew that it's going to, it'll crop up now and then. We've been able to manage it for the whole period he's here, and we'll be here. I think it'll be something that it's one of the reasons why yesterday, even though he had no symptoms of anything, just wanted to give him a day, and little did I know that we had a bad. I hope that's all it was. Usually that irritates something. There were some medical terms they were using in there, but some joint or something was irritated.
Should have given him the day off, didn't just allow him to stiffen up.
That's exactly. I was talking to him today because I noticed down in, Jay is one of those posture guys and is always sitting in the dugout like this. And I was asking him about it today. I said, I noticed how much you were sitting in the dugout. There wasn't a whole lot of offensive action on the field yesterday. I had a chance to look in the dugout, and he always sits like that in between innings and everything. I mean, we've all had some back issues, but I don't think it's anything that's going to be long-term.
This is about the story today, the two, big home runs against Keuchel. And also,
have you ever seen a game where you win a game and had nobody left on base?
No hitter.
I'm sure somebody's looked it up. But what, Dan?
But, I mean, obviously that was a big storyline and also the bullpen. But if you can first address, you've scored 2 runs in the last 2 games, and then you score 4 against.
Well, the key is only letting them score 3. Simple as that. And, weigh in. It's tough. It's a hot, sticky day, first one in a while, and, the first 2 batters break a bat for a base hit, and, he bows up and gets through that inning and didn't let it get away from him. And then, they got, 11, 12 hits off of him. There's some balls hit hard, but, the one that hurt him was the one that found chalk over there over the first baseman's head. I'd like to see us make a little better throw there. Got to play.
Once Chen got out of the game, the bullpen was just
Brad very quietly has been pretty solid, and I thought Caleb handled everybody real well today. The pitch sequences with Ollie. So I get to meet his mom and dad here. They only took a half a day at the hardware store up in Massachusetts to come down today. That's pretty cool. But I was asking where she was before, but somebody's found in the hardware store while we were in Miami. But your question, I went right off somewhere else.
No, how impressive was that bullpen?
Yeah, that was solid. Zach. That's. It's not like you feel like you stole one. You earn everything in this league, but you usually do it because you pitch well. They had their pops at weigh in, but he held them when he had to. I hate making an expression, made pitches when he had to, but when you have to, why don't you do it better so you don't have to? But it's not easy. Pitching's hard, especially against that team. They have a lot of ways to beat you.
Confidence level in Drake, though, that you bring him in 8th inning, 1-run game like that, second major league appearance?
Well, I think he's a good matchup against left-handed hitters. I knew where they were in the lineup, and Brian, I wasn't going to use Brian today, so he was our best left-on-left, so to speak, matchup, and that's something he brings. So, it worked out today.
Why is that? Why is he so good?
I'm not going to broadcast it. Why? Make adjustments. It all works off his fastball command. If he can go strike, he's got a way to make you look in between some real velocities. There's a big, you got to be right. And even if you're right on one of the velocities, you may not get there. Saw it with the fastball to Rasmus. He doesn't have to throw 95 to get a reaction. You know, you're having to defend the other speed pitch. That 90 looks like 100.
You didn't have a guy, as you say, no one left on.
We hit well with men
no
in
one
scoring
position the whole
We didn't
game.
have anybody. Well, it's like Oscar Gamble said a long time ago when Billy Martin, I remember in spring training, told everybody to take a strike till we get the winning run to the plate. And he hit the second pitch first pitch he saw out of the ballpark, and Billy went crazy. He said, "But Billy, I am in scoring position. I'm in the batter's box." I always keep that in mind. I guess it's not as funny today, right? Nobody laughed. So, good pitcher. I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. And you're not going to make many mistakes. You know, Stevie put a good swing on ball out over the plate. Hit some balls hard they caught. About 4, I think. And they hit some balls hard that we didn't catch and some balls soft we didn't catch.
In the past 3 years, there have been a lot of big comeback wins. This year, so far, not so many. Is this?
I hope so. You know, it's nothing that we can say there. Even if you do it one day, it doesn't. You know, the momentum's always the next day's pitcher. You know, to beat a good pitcher like him, it's really a challenge. But in order to beat him, you have to pitch well, and that's what our 4 guys did. 4, right? Yeah.